gut feeling, put a percentage on Anthony Davis being traded this week.
0.
0, that little. I mean, it seems low, right? But
I don't think anything. I think they're going to wait and be patient, and they understand they don't have to rush. So many people have said to him now, don't rush just because the Lakers want to do it. They're kind of sitting there. They've been pounded with that. Okay, we're not going to rush. We'll take our time.
I'm going to go with there's a non-zero chance. I mean, it's better than 0, but it's not a great chance. I wouldn't think 10%.
What would it take if you're another team out there? Is there a deal that you could make this week to pry him from the Pelicans?
Yes, I think there probably is one that we're not thinking about and one that isn't being discussed. And I think...
Or one that's just unreasonable for the other team, right?
Well, perhaps, but I think it's also because the best deals quite often are the ones you didn't envision being possible. So maybe a contender puts together a pile of players that you didn't think they were willing to aggregate at one point. You never know. That San Antonio-Toronto trade this offseason where Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green went to Toronto, that was a major deal. And an Eastern Conference contender swooped in, and met the needs of San Antonio. And I think it could be a situation like that this time around for New Orleans.
Well, of course, Memphis and New Orleans are both out there in terms of wanting to deal high-profile players because of circumstances and a trade demand in one case. But that doesn't mean that Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley are the only guys from their roster who could get moved. Nikola Mirotic, Elfrid Payton could make sense for a lot of teams.
Sure. When you have a specialist like a Mirotic who can go out there and knock down 5, 6, 7 three-pointers in a game, he becomes a specialist for somebody who needs that type of thing. What I was wondering, Matt, is the proposed trade that we saw up on the screen with the Lakers, if that were true, those pieces, who's left with the Lakers besides LeBron and Anthony? Are they going to play 2 against?
Anthony Davis and Solomon Hill.
That's it, and LeBron.
And whoever else they can.
I mean,
whoever else turns up at the
Svi
arena that night.
Mikhailuk.
Yeah,
Svi
Mikhailuk will be there. Yes.
Mikhailuk, my guy. That's my guy.
I'm sorry, Mikhailuk, my fault.
I call him
Stevenson.
Yeah, well, is that...
Rajon Rondo would be available.
Can they recover from giving
I don't know. It's a great question.
That many young
the
pieces?
Roster,
I mean, that's an enormous amount of young talent that you're giving away to get Anthony Davis.
So I think what you would be looking at if you did that and you got your roster to that degree, you were banking on the fact that LeBron James and Anthony Davis would attract the next player in free agency.
Right.
And because they would have max cap space, they're looking at building their big 3 or their big 4 in that manner. That's the gamble you would be taking. But it's a great point. You're losing an awful lot of quality depth on a team that came into the year as it was with pretty high expectations.
And if you're not necessarily giving up on the playoffs this season, you're certainly not planning for a deep playoff run if it's just those 2 guys and whoever else happens to be around.
Well, and to that point, deep playoff run in Mirotic, there are a lot of playoff teams that could really benefit from Niko Mirotic. His ability to space the court, to rebound, to shoot threes, he's a great fit with virtually any playoff team. And the team that you could really see him be significant on, Utah or Portland, either one of those would be scary good fits.
How about this? Is Mirotic a replacement for Covington in Philadelphia? Remember what Covington gave when they went out and got Ilyasova and Bellinelli after the fact to add to that three-point shooting? They need a three-point shooter. I look at him and say, okay, he replaces Covington.
That's a great name, Coach.
Yeah, you know, Oklahoma City doesn't really have, they don't have a lot of flexibility, but he'd be great there as well. It's a team that could use more three-point shooting. Although they've shot very well lately on the season, that's a team that could use.
George is hot.
Yes, another floor spacer out there.
I'm bored. Let's make up a rumor.
Yeah. Tweet